the big thing is, it's a win on the road. To come back the way we did, I thought our bench was terrific again. In the first half, they really got us back into the game. So we're getting good minutes out of, Chris and Cole and Boz and Nemanja, and that's huge for us. And then they did the same thing. The starters got off to a slow start in the third, but the bench came in and got us going again. So that's what we need.
You guys start overtime on a 7-0 run. Is that sort of an indication of just how badly these guys wanted it?
Well, I think it always looks better when the ball's going in. If we're getting the right shots and we're sharing the ball, I think everything looks a lot better. So obviously, I think playing from a lead is important. We haven't been doing that, so that was a good sign.
Late in the regulation, they were getting those open threes. They were going without timeouts, and they were able to kind of work it on the fly. That has to be encouraging.
You're talking about?
Yeah.
So, we're trying to use the timeouts to kill the runs, on the road just because of, what's happened. And then you sort of have a package that you go to when you're out of timeouts. So, and that's, what they were running. And you have to play. It's read and react, and you're playing on the fly. But you have shots, plays that you run after timeouts. You have plays that you run when you're down that are quick hitting. And so that's what we were trying to get to.
You always talk about getting better and improving. Can a game like this go a long way in helping that?
Yeah, I think the more close games you're in, the more you learn, I think the better you get. And then, of course, we have to continue to work on it in practice. I think through repetition, that's what builds habits. So when you see these things that happen in a game, it slows down for you. You know what your reads are, you know what the progressions are, and then you can get quality shots or you can get quality stops because you also know what the opponent's looks are in order. So you try to take the first option and second option away and make the clock work against them. And so I think the more times we're into that, the better it is. And like I said, we can't you get too excited about it. Obviously we're pleased that we won, and then tomorrow we'll gather, have a day of recovery, and then get back to work and have some quality practice. And then we know we got a great test coming up. Just be ready to play and try to build.
Did you feel like tonight that even when things were a little tight late, that the ball kept moving on the offensive end?
Well, and as I said, that's what, when you're making shots, it always looks better. So we went through a lull where we started the season shooting threes great, then we went through a lull where we weren't, and now we're starting to pick it up again. So I think that's a big part of it. As long as the ball's not sticking, that's the big thing. I think Wiggs got us going with some playmaking in the third. He had good penetration, attacking the rim, defense collapsed, and then he made plays, and then we got quality shots. So we get into trouble when we force the defense to collapse, and then we don't make the play.
Right.
And we're trying to shoot over 3 or 4 people that it doesn't make sense. It doesn't work.